Hello everyone, good to have you back on TechnyFire, the platform where we ignite innovation and explore the technology that shapes our world. I'm your host, Dapo Aruwajoye. This week we're zooming in into Nigeria's fintech revolution, how engineering is powering the shift from traditional banks to digital-first powerhouses. We will unpack the real changes, faster, more inclusive and resilient systems built for our realities like spotty networks, CBN rules, and serving the unbanked. It's not just apps. It's about engineering that's transforming access to finance across Africa. Our guide is a key player in this space is Bukola Taiwo, a senior software engineer at a leading African fintech institution where he built secure, scalable back-end systems that process millions of transactions daily. With hands-on experience in payment infrastructure, cloud-native architectures, and innovative solutions for Nigeria's market, he's at the forefront of making digital banking work for everyone. Before we dive in, let's catch the latest in the tech world with tech news on fire.
Nigeria has generated $276 million from its electronic money transfer levy, with plans to extend its taxation to cryptocurrency withdrawals. This move aims to enhance compliance and bolster government revenue. The Competition Authority of Kenya has approved KCB Group's $15 million acquisition of Riverbank. This strategic move will strengthen KCB's market position and improve service delivery. Rivia is leveraging WhatsApp to make healthcare services in Ghana more predictable. This innovative approach aims to enhance patient communication and streamline healthcare delivery. Y Combinator has removed Canada from its investment focus, raising concerns about the future of the nation's tech ecosystem. This shift may push startups to seek opportunities in the more robust US market. China's AU Robot Technology has unveiled the first automated production line for humanoid robot joint in Shanghai, anticipating a surge in global demand. With an annual capacity of 100,000 units, the facility is set to triple output, positioning EU as a leader in the burgeoning humanoid robotics market. Lastly, in a surpassing turn, offshore wind turbines in the Dutch North Sea are transforming into habitats for marine life. The Orange Wind project employs structures called reef cubes to enrich the seabed, facilitating the return of fish and shellfish, while also generating renewable energy.
Welcome back. And now to our discussion on fintech engineering and the new era of banking in Nigeria. We have Bukola Taiwo. He's engineering the backbone of one of Africa's fastest growing fintechs, tackling everything from real-time payments to fraud detection in a mobile-first continent. Bukola Taiwo in the studio. Good to have you, Bukola. And to start with, let's get to meet you. How did you find yourself in software engineering and fintech?
Okay, actually, my start in software engineering is kind of out of curiosity. So right from time, I always wonder how can I send money from my GT bank account and somebody else in Access Bank receive the payment, and how does the payment system even actually works? When you think of things like, I always challenge things like, how does this thing work? How does a car move? How does an aeroplane fly so high in the sky that you could not see it? So that's what brought my interest into software engineering, and I'm a kind of person that loves problem solving, and so that is what actually brought me into.
So how long have you been in the system?
Yeah, I've been in the system going to 5 years now. So started as a business analyst before trying to venture into software engineering. That means in the habit of just writing the code itself.
So what does a normal day look like for a senior software engineer?
Normal day, is there really something like a normal? actually for me, my day started with checking the systems. When you build a system that is actually running in scale, and which means anything can go wrong, and any wrong will surely affect your customer, and we have a financial impact. So the first thing I do is to just check what the system is doing, the monitoring systems. Is everything working as it's supposed to be? Review the systems, and afterwards, my day goes with writing code and code review. And I mostly have communication with the product team and the business guys. You can't build products in isolation. So, and what makes a senior engineer from a junior engineer is just your ability to create what the business actually wants, and you can't do that alone. So you need to take them along all the journey. So I have most calls with the business guys and the product team. So that's how my day goes.
Okay, let's talk about the business of the day now. We're talking about the Nigerian banking system. Okay. What has changed? A lot has changed, really. But can you tell people what has changed? Because you were there before the new banks, because I call them the new banks, came in. So tell me what has changed.
Yeah, so a lot have actually changed the system. So now we notice the kind of speed the banks are now competing against speed. Right from time, bank used to compete against customer, but it's no longer just about financial inclusion, bringing in customer. It's now how to actually maintain those customers, and the world has really changed. A lot of people now prefer speed more than even just accessibility. So they want a system whereby they can send money and they can receive their money as fast as possible, and a system whereby they can actually sleep on their money, which means they can have peace of mind that their money is safe. So I would say speed has really changed in the financial industry. The way banks also move money is nowadays, with the speed of light. That's
most of the people don't believe their monies are safe with the new banks. Do you think their monies are really safe?
Yeah, their money are safe. So first of all, fintech generally, when you're building a fintech applications or a system, what you first have to put in mind is the security layer. Security layer is added in every aspect of the applications and systems. And let's talk, for instance, the encryption. There are a lot of encryption. That means nobody can just access to your data. So all those things ensure that your money is safe. And also there's something we call access control systems. Recently there have been a strict access control system, which means even a bank staff or anybody can just have access to your money. Your money is safe, and there's also the regulation bit of it. The CBN are kind of, on the backbone of this, ensuring that your money is actually safe. And I think most people believe that fintech are just not that secure, but I can boldly tell you that what actually goes behind that systems is security. Everything is monitored. So there's something we also call fraud tools. So these fraud tools, what it does is you use it to monitor the actual movement of money. So although everywhere in the world has exposures, but fintech are really trying their best to ensure that the profit prevention is top notch. Okay. So the money is not only saved in the traditional bank, but also in fintech industry.
Okay. It sounds so easy nowadays to register, even to get an account number. Unlike the old days, you go to the bank, you queue, you get the paper, you sign paper, you get a big camera to be on your face, take your picture. It takes a long time before you even get. But nowadays, even with your account number, some banks, some fintechs, find it easy to register you. How does that work?
Okay, so it still boils down to the data-driven economy. Currently today, everybody has data, your information. And the reason why it's easier to actually use your phone number is when you're doing your phone registration, you have some data that you have already provided. You've done your KYC, you've done your capturing and so it's easier to actually rely on those data to open your account. Those are also the same details that you will need in opening your account, although those also require that, but your first point is the account number, right? And getting your phone number, they believe that, okay, this person is already been registered by the communication industry. And we all know the way people want something like, as I said, speed. Like they want something they can actually recollect. I don't want to cram any other 10-digit number. Why
Just
not?
my number.
Yeah, just give me my number. Give me my number. I can quickly recollect my account number, and so it makes it more accessible to people. Like, you know, I can, if you ask me of my account number, and I might not want to just quickly recollect. But if you ask me of my phone number, I can easily give that out. So that's too.
Wow. So different fintech platforms can use that same system, right? Like you have a platform can use the numbers to register, B platform can use. So can it continue like that?
Yeah, yes. So you can use it across multiple banks. So it doesn't mean, like, you know, each phone number, each account is tied to a particular bank, right?
Yes.
So which means if I'm using bank A, if I want to transfer, I can also use that my phone number for bank B. So
B.
it's open.
Okay, what's the secret behind, you know, the traditional banks? You send money sometimes, it takes eternity for you to get it. Even sometimes when you buy electricity, it takes eternity before you get your token. What's the difference? Why is it that the fintech banks, they're faster? What is the technology?
Okay, so what I would say first is most traditional banks use legacy systems. And those legacy systems, when being built, that you know, it was building in those ages where security is more paramount, and a system whereby they use something we call synchronous process. So which means objects are happening after each other. So when you send your money, they want to do the name inquiry, they want to check what is this person doing, everything one after the other. But in the modern system, what they do is called asynchronous processes. It's called asynchronous processes, which means everything can run in parallel. I can call on two different people, like, okay, you let me go and check who is this person. You go and check what has he been, what can he actually perform transactions.
Okay, amazing. So let me ask, when you talk about fraud, what are the technologies in place for fraud too?
Yeah, there are now fraud tools. One of the things is the monitoring tools. So there are now systems that you can use to monitor patterns. Monitor the behavior of a customer. Normally today, you know that a particular customer behaves in a certain way. The same way my money comes in every month is different from the way it comes from different people, and the way I spend my money is different from the way somebody else spend their money. So there's a pattern for everything, and using that, you can actually use it to dictate fraud system.
Wow. The one that most Nigerians want to hear is when it comes to getting money, loans, it's faster, and the fintechs are ready to give you loans. But the traditional banks, you find it difficult to get loans from there. Why? So what's the confidence? Why do they feel they will get their money back? And do they really get their money back? Because you hear stories of different fintech companies chasing people around. Must they chase people to get their money back? Just give us a better understanding.
Yeah, so on that bit, it still boils down to the data that is available and the risk exposure of each institution. So some bank has a high risk, can take more risk than the other. So most fintech bank have those data, like they can actually use to give easy information, easy loans and automation processes. So what used to make loan approval takes more time was that physical and manual processing. Like somebody needs to check your history, somebody needs to check, is this person actually from this address, all those checks. But now these days, you can actually check that using automation. I can, from your utility bill, there's not even geolocation, right? Like I can use your geolocation to actually know where you stay. Like
the geolocation, does that really work?
Yeah, it works. So it's one of the aspects using in verification. So you can actually know this person actually used to go to this location every time, right? And from that, you can map the person. And from your utility bill, you show your utility bill, this person has paid this money. So they can use that to map with the geolocation. Yeah, so also there is automation processes, review automations. Like it's easier to just system now review your statements instead of just somebody checking it manually. System can review your statements. Okay, how much is this person spending? What is the behavior of this customer? So which can actually give the credit score of the customer. So those are, and even with the advent of the AI systems now, so that's also helping. So some industries, some financial institutions started incorporating that into their processes. And also with the new open API coming in, so once that is actually fully implemented, I think we will still see more faster processes in the, especially in that space.
Tell me about the new API.
The new open AI, that is being powered by the CBN, which means they want banks and financial institutions to share information across, so in a secure way, and that doesn't mean that someone can just have access to your data. So there are a lot of procedures in this space. So, but it just gives room for fintechs and traditional banks to easily work hand in hand and able to exchange information. So with that, instead of me asking you to submit your, go and get me your last 6 months statements, if I have the license, I can, as a fintech, I can check within your bank, okay, does this person, how is the financial history of this customer?
Awesome.
Yeah, so all those things are what, and I commend the CBN for that. So it's a nice initiative.
Are our data being protected?
Yes, data are protected. So it's one of the things that every organization does. So especially financial industry being regulated. So all data are protected. Based in transmission. So there's something we call transmission layer. So which means when we are moving data from one side to another, during transmission, data is being protected. That is the essence of the HTTPS. It's being secured. And also the at rest too. So which means at where it's being stored itself. So what most organization does now is encryption at rest. So which means your sensitive data, even if somebody sees it physically, they can't do anything with it.
Because it's encrypted.
Because it's encrypted.
Wow.
So it's still another layer. Apart even from that, the access control. Where your data sits is not where anybody can access. So they are ensuring that that place is actually saved. So the only people that have access to it are limited.
But it's a data center, right?
Yes, they are data centers.
So you think people, because I've been to one of the data centers, they are very, very protected. Yeah. But you think, because not physically, you come with the virus, is that not possible?
No. Everything is secure. Even if you've been to most of the data centers, you will see that they are also access level.
Yes.
You cannot enter some places.
You go even with your passport.
Yeah, so, and the only people that can access it is people that are registered there. If you are not actually working there, or even when you don't have access to that particular point, that particular vault, you can't. So it's really serious.
It's really serious. Building software, how is it different in Nigeria and some other countries like the maybe in the EU or Europe? What do you think? Is it different in America? If you're building a software in America, if you're building in Nigeria, is it different?
Yeah, it's actually different. Nigeria is a unique market. We are sensitive to some things, especially one cost. Even the unstable infrastructure is also there. So when you are building for Nigerians, so you have to put all those in mind. Are you building for a system whereby when there's network failure, there can be a retry? When the network is not as fast as you want, can people use your app at that particular point in time? So you have to put those in mind. All those things you might not when you are building for the likes of US and all those overseas countries. So you might not put that into check, but in Nigeria is essential. How many people actually use 5G phones in Nigeria? So you need to build a system which can be faster, easily accessible with just even small or slow network signal. So all those things are put in check. And the diversity. Nigeria is so diverse.
So if you want to upgrade also, you need to think about the kind of phones people use, right?
Yes, you think about that too. So although now there's technologies that can actually, which means you can build all in one. Like, you don't, when you're building, both can work both from Android and the iOS, that is the Apple iOS stuff. So those are technology stack too that can actually use them. So, but you still have to consider. Most people use lesser phone in Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's your target market, and you can't be, unless you're building a luxury system that is just meant for some particular set of people. But if you are building for a wide range of Nigeria, you have to think of that particular point in time too. So,
have you had your high pressure movements, like the day everything was red? Have you had that before?
Yeah. So the truth is, every senior engineer has that. So before you can actually be a senior engineer, you must have seen a lot, and that's also what makes you grow. But how you actually respond to those problems or those issues, it actually shows whether you are senior or you're just an engineer. So because for me, when those kind of situations happen, so the first thing is just relax. Like, check your incident reports, check what's actually went wrong. Because the truth is, if you are too anxious, like, you break more things. And especially in the industry that I'm currently working in, so where a single mistake means a financial exposure. So you just have to be careful and try to follow the incident. Yeah.
In the Nigeria digital money space, if you want to fix an annoying technical age, what could that be, and what will you do?
So for me, the Nigerian financial system is actually evolving in a rapid way, and so I still think for me is still the connectivity across banks. The other people are trying to do that to ensure to remove that, make it seamless across bank, the information sharing across banks. So I think for me, that is just what I will focus on. The connectivities in between banks. Yeah.
So looking ahead now, what excites you about Fintech, the technology that is coming? What do you think is the latest that will be coming that should excite you and excite the users?
Yeah, so what we should look for now is the period of AI. So that is actually is going to move the fintech to the next level. So there are now many fintech companies like that already embedding that, using a system for user transaction systems, whereby you don't even need to talk, like you just need to talk to your phone and it's going to send your money. And
you can even use your eyes, or use your palm to pay.
Yeah.
And all that.
So, but like all those things are what is still expected. I still look out for the, blockchain infrastructure too in Nigeria. So it's time whereby we still be using blockchain, and also the seamless, seamless of systems like, contactless systems. You can actually use your phone, just swipe your phone, making the payments more swift. So I look forward to that. So
those that even want to go into tech, but they don't even have a way to go to you because you look rather young. So do you want to share a word of encouragement, or what do you think they should be doing by now to key into this future?
Okay, so keying into the future of fintech. So when in technology space, so when people actually think of technology, what they first think is writing code. There are various aspects of the technology system. We have the likes of people that loves organization bit of it, so which are the PMs, the project managers. Those people they don't really write code. It's not everybody that write code, but you can still actually take a niche inside the system. There are some people that does the quality assurance, so all what they want is like, okay, is the system actually working fine? So those ones you can actually use to go for that. So also there is people who in the end of the security bit of it, they don't just even want to write code, they want to actually to ensure that the system is secure. So, and now boils down to the people that is going to actually write the code. And what I would just advise is anybody that wants to go into fintech works on in technology generally, works on your problem solving. Okay. So, because it's not just about you writing code. What differentiates engineers and from engineers is the ability to solve problems. Not just you writing Python, you writing Golang, Java, or any of the stacks, but it's about your ability to, okay, can I solve this problem? How can I solve this problem? There's an issue, there's a business issue that they've brought in front of me. How can I actually use my code to actually solve this
problem?
Yeah. So what I would advise them is just, work on your problem solving ability and keep learn the basics. Even though we are in the period of AI, people are afraid like will AI take their job, or no, so you just only make it more easier. And what I would advise them is they should not actually totally rely on that, but they should actually understand the basics. How does it actually work?
Amazing. Thank you so much. I've learned one or two, and I believe my viewers have learned one or two from you. Bukola Taiwo, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. A senior developer. Thank you so much. Now it's time once again to fuel your pulse. So over to you, our listeners. Your feedback is what powers this conversation. First, let's hear what some of you have had to say about a last burning question on essential skills for the AI workforce. Strong submissions there. Now for today's burning question, building on our fintech engineering chat. What's the biggest engineering hurdle in Nigeria's digital banking right now? And how should we tackle it? Scalability, security, inclusion, offline resilience? Drop your thoughts. Send us your voice notes or messages via the platforms on the screen. And that's a wrap for this episode of TechnyFire. Our chat with Bukola Taiwo proves fintech isn't just growing in Nigeria. It's been engineered smarter, faster, and for more people than ever. From legacy limits to digital frontiers, the future of finance is being built right here. Until next time, keep the tech spark alive. I am Dapo Aruwajoye, the TechnyFire, signing off on TechnyFire.